Well, I'm not after anything particular, so. Alright, Gitrog Monster. Haven't played it before. I said it was one of the best commanders. Probably the best, like, non-Hell Q commander, or at least it was. After having put it together, or at least as it stands right now, it feels kind of like a Zuza, which doesn't surprise me. It is in green, and that is your strongest color. Emrakul is a new card. Just bumped into it. This is hilarious. It's just, I mean, you usually get to 15 and then cast it and win, but other than that, I mean, you have Defense of the Heart. I could probably play Tooth and Nail as well instead of maybe something like Casualties of War to get us in play even faster. I don't really care if I shuffle my graveyard back in for stuff like Molt Tender and Deathrite Shaman. Fetch lands and stuff. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I want to play this and cast it, so that's what it's doing in here. Other than that, it's kind of just the sweatiest black and green cards in the game currently. There are more than 100 options, so I'm sure some of these cards will come in and out. Oh, I should probably read what this does. It's a 5-mana 6/6 Death Touch, so it's got the old Grave Titan stat line there. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you sack a land, and then you can play an additional land every turn to kind of like offset that. And then when lands are put into your graveyard, you draw. It doesn't care where they are put in the graveyard, so if you mill them, or on your end step, if you have 8 cards and you discard a land, Gitrog Monster will trigger, you'll draw again, you'll have to go back to discard, clean up, and then you'll discard a land. So you can effectively sift through your entire deck if you had the perfect sequence of lands in out of hand and whatnot. I don't find that terribly likely. I said I wanted more than 40 lands, but I couldn't figure out what to take out. It's probably right to play more than 40, maybe anywhere from 43 to 46, honestly, at this point. But I couldn't bring it to myself to take anything else, so this is what it looks like to start. We'll see what happens. Black market's pretty good here. Well, I really wish that was my card. Again, it's another game. Everything is backwards. So, Frog. Gitrog Monster. Oh, my opponent has Dismember in their deck. That's a good Terra Sunder, but do I have time to cast that? What if I just played this, put that land back into play? Oh, no, I can't, because I have to exile it. Alright, let's see what this mills, actually. Milled Emrakul, alright. Not what I wanted. Alright, I think this is just way too strong of it. It's like the best card in play, so let's just make it gone. I can play Ice Till second land. Probably a good idea. Please, game, please. How did you not kill Gitrog Monster? I don't understand. Am confused. Okay, I'm not even gonna type in frog again. I'm just gonna do whatever. Is there a reanimate target? Just Scute Swarm? Null Drifter's pretty scary, actually. It has Annihilator 1, and it flies, and it's colorless, so it can really harass my opponent's cards there. I'm kind of surprised this ice still hasn't milled a land yet. That would be kind of ideal. So we can go here. Actually, let's not swing with that. Let's just do that. Opponent must be searching for something. Otherwise, I don't know how you don't immediately minus on the Gitrog monster. Still doesn't kill Gitrog monster. Yeah, we can do all of them. Not sure how valuable the 3-2 is, but... Okay, let's play you to start an engine. I, again, don't have Arid Arcway, where I kind of really wish I did. Actually, we're kind of fine without... No, I have to play this, so... Let's discard Toxic Deluge. I should probably kill that. Actually, Toxic... No, I don't have the health for Toxic Deluge. If I can't kill Ulamog with Black Market, it's not going to work. And then... do this. Play some lands. Go face. Alright, well, they have mana. What was that thing? We just milled Kozilek. That's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. I'm sure they have Emrakul. I don't think we're gonna exactly mill our opponent. Milling people is probably just out of the question now that Emrakul's around. Although it was already kind of impossible to really mill people anyways. Okay, they still go after my graveyard, which I don't think mattered. No, not really. Alright, well we found all the lands. Okay, we really found all the lands. There's 3 in a row. Oh boy. Alright, can I play Lumra and Nissa is the question. So we play... Well, I'm just always playing this. And then that. Green. Found Ancient Tomb. Black. Green. I think I can cast Emrakul, which was not part of my equation when I started this turn. Yeah, I can. Wow. I can actually play this first. I can even... Actually, I can play, Exploration, too. Oh, man. And now I can play Emrakul. That's just crazy. Probably doesn't win the game, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's really, really, really good. I'm going to offer the trade because I want Primeval Titan to die regardless. So, I'm going to offer the trade. And my opponent's hand is poop. They were about to draw 800 lands in a row, literally. We can make him take a damage there. We can sack this to sack that. Kill my opponent's commander. Decline. And yep, I'm not going to bother thinking about the rest of the stuff they can do. I could have, I suppose, mass tapped them, but if they ever find Emrakul, I think that shuffles, so the less they mill, the better. Their top deck was literally Ulamog, but that doesn't do it. They're still just dead, right? Yeah. Hey, get Schmieded. Alright, well, yeah, that prismatic, or the Mesmeric Orb, milled like 5 lands in a row for my opponent, and they had 3 lands in their hand. And not just in this format, it's also standard. Alright, we're moderately Strip Mine immune, but we'll see. I can't really Strip Mine with Detroit Shaman. Actually, I'm not even sure if you're supposed to Strip Mine with Detroit Shaman. Opponent says no. Wait a minute, that's not red mana. What are you doing? Oh, okay. I guess... Wait, that's not red mana either. What's going on over there? Questing Beast. Okay. You got it. So let's play... this, that, and probably not crop rotation. Probably not. Okay, that's also not red mana. This is a very strange Run in 6 opener, but they probably kept it on the Strip Mine game plan, which obviously is not going to work out. So let's play... We can do it now. I can actually just get Gitrog monster in play. Is that right? What if I just got Lumra? Oh, I can't. Yes, I can, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Well, that's kind of lame, but I guess I'll take 1 land. Alright, get wrecked. Nice Strip Mine. Nice Strip Mine. It's a shame if it didn't do anything. I wonder if I should play Mossborn Hydra right now. I could play it next turn, actually, yeah. Swamp. Let's just play you, yeah. This is a really good 3-drop. I don't know if 3/2s matter. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. So, you... I'm gonna just not get Overgrown Tomb. and play you. Yep. We have the crop rotation as well. This is a mono green deck. If they play Pock land, I think I'm just winning because of the Mossboard Hydra. In fact, it could actually one-shot them next turn. Shall see. Alright, my opponent believes it will one-shot them. I mean, one fetch land, it goes from 8 to 16. That's not lethal, so they would get another turn as far as they're aware. Oh, alright, short. 1 into 3. Against Zora, this is the mono-white spider commander. I don't think I've played against this yet. I'm curious what it does. I was not expecting these cards in any capacity. Spider bite counter, okay. Well, we have the old 1 into 3, so... Now I have 4 into 2. Life gain? Alright, that's kind of neat. I mean, these cards would make me think that, but I don't know what the life gain payoff is. I'm not going to kill this next turn, because my other option is just so good. I don't care, they can swing for like 10 here, I don't care. Oh, did I not put the Surveil land in? Oh, I did it again. I didn't put the Surveil land in. Ah, why do I do this? They're just invisible to me. They're just invisible, I swear. Alright, well, it's not quite 10, but the same thing. So kill that. And then... Aftermath Analyst? No, let's just look for something funny. All of these are okay. Lumra's interesting. So is Shield Druid. Wow, that's a lot of lands, huh? Wait, was that an insane amount of lands? Okay, not quite. Yeah, we'll get Shield Druid here. Could be maybe wrong. I got rid of the scaling threat and I'm under absolutely no pressure, so this is probably fine. Alright, that's card draw, but it's not like damage or anything. Okay, they found another Ajani's... Is this just Ajani's Pridemate Tribal and no other card matters? Because if I get rid of this, they again have like no pressure. Yeah, this is like Ajani's Pridemate Tribals. Okay, let's get a forest. And then play Gitrog Monster. Analyst? 9, 10. No, I could die if I do that, so let's I think I am still playing this, so play that there, do this. Alright, well, let's see what happens. I will... I can reanimate... Oh, no, I can't. I'll die. Wait, yes, I can. Oh, but it's still just tapped and I lose 6? Let's see. It's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not lethal, and I'm dead anyways if they have what they need to get my blocker out of the way, so I don't care. I'm doing this. I don't care. Oh, I drew Fatal Push. Okay, I guess that could happen. I suppose that was always an out. Could just draw Fatal Push. Nice and casual, like. Alright, so a Johnny's Pride Mate number 2 has been answered. Probably should chump with the bird anyways. It's only 4 damage. Yeah, we're gonna just make sure that at least gets in the way first before I cast this. Oh my god! I knew this was gonna happen! Why'd I do this? I knew! I read the card 3 times! I sat there and read it 3 times, and then I just decided I was gonna die. I literally blocked so that wouldn't happen. Oh my god. Whatever. Alright, next game. Whoops. I mean, I basically untap and win right there. I read the card 3 times, blocked because I knew that was a thing, and then decided to Fatal Push pre-combat. We are absolutely flaring the Sylvan Safekeeper. That was a very, 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 very good draw. Opponent has Lightning Bolt, I guess. That was an insanely good draw. You like have to have a braid. No, they don't. Yeah, that World Wagon was just absolutely insane. Swamp. Alright, they can cast their commander, and then I can turn it off for basically forever. I imagine they're going to, because why else would you play this Mana Rock there? Let's go to you. Urborg. Let's lead with the. Let's actually swing first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, because they're not going to block. Otherwise, they would block. So let's not give them the opportunity. Now we just do this. Oh shoot! I already used all my green mana. Oh, all right, no big deal. It lines up with Scape Shift to do it this way, anyways. Is this still a legendary? Yeah, it is. Alright, they got all the mana to just normally cast it. And I don't know what it is, but it is something. And I believe there is actually a lightning bolt. So it could be a shock, I guess, but there's some kind of something. I'm just gonna play this now, and I should have tapped the Delighted Halfling for that, actually. Oh no, that helps me crew. That's not true at all. So I will just Windmill Slam this, and I don't care if they Lightning Bolt in response. And if they don't, they almost lose on the spot. They did not. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need Urborg, just more mana is fine. 1, 2, bunch of treasures. I don't think I'm going to... Alright, yeah. I don't think I'm going to make any food tokens. I'm at my starting life total. Yeah, probably not going to play Emrakul that game. But that's probably an insta-concede if I did play it. I was probably going to discard it, actually. Probably going to just discard it there. Alright, I need a land. I need a land. I will play Burgeoning instead of Exploration. They're effectively the exact same thing, but this one's more satisfying. Land? Not a land. Do I risk it? I think so. It is Historic Brawl, after all. It is the format that we are playing. I wonder if I Hour of Promise here. I kind of want to just Hour of Promise here instead of do anything else. No. So, Ancient Tomb Cavern. Frog. Their deck is blue, so it's not necessarily free to just windmill slam into what would be like Wash Away. I can... Okay. The mana advantage in green is absurd. Yep. It's basically a green format. The other ones are just guests. Like my opponent's playing basically mono green in a 3-color deck. I'm playing mono green in a 2-color deck. Alright, so they're still on Wash Away, but I can just cast this. It's only for 1 though, it's just kind of lame. What if I did this? Cast you. And then cast Lumra and just try to gamble? Gamble it is. We have at least 1 land, so 2, 3, 4. Huge. Oh, and Emrakul. Love to see it. Alright, must answer threats in play. It will kill them. They have to deal with it. They can't do anything else. Has to at least be part of the equation. I love Ravenous Chupacabra. This is like the only deck that plays it too. No, Majoltha plays it sometimes, to be fair. It does sometimes. Alright, let's do this. Haha, it was Wash Away. Ha! Thought you had me. Or at least I'm going to assume it was a Wash Away. It could be just sacking the Nurturing Peatland, in all fairness, but we're not here to be fair. Green doesn't play fair. It's not part of the rules. Man, Gitrog Monster really likes fetch lands, huh? Not gonna lie. Let's do that. Here, naming, I guess, black. Green. It doesn't really matter, so green. And then swing. They get a chumpity in there. I'm not interested in killing either of these. So, can I not do anything else here? I can crop rotation. I guess I will crop rotation. But I don't have... Oh, that's not crop rotation. Oh, that's not crop rotation. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, never mind. My brain just turned this into crop rotation in my head. I saw like some of the letters. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's clearly what that is. Even though I had said on turn 1 I had these options. That's not how my brain works. I don't even know if I own this. I'm not sure I do. It belongs in this deck though, I'd say. I don't know if I own it. I normally don't ever play these cards, so... Alright, so they have 3 mana left. I'm not really... Oh, they have 4. I cannot Fatal... What is the 5-drop? Yeah. Alright, they don't have anything to go with it. I will easily trade my commander for their commander. Let's get rid of a Swamp. Hey, Urborg, just in time for... Oh, wait, I can't cast it. Yes, I can! Oh! Alright, so... I can cast it. Let's swing. Yes! They're trading? If I knew that, I should have swung with the Gitrog monster. If I knew they were going to do that, shoot. We're doing it! We're doing it! I win? Mana Drain? No, you can't Mana Drain it. It's uncounterable. Because Emrakul's great. I mean, you can Mana Drain it, but who cares? Yes! Oh, yes. I win. Oh, they're gonna let me annihilate? Come on, let me annihilate, please. Please. Yes. Alright, we got it. We got the triggers on the stack. Love to see it. Alright, I saw the mouse over exploration. They're going to concede button yet. Oh, yes, it happened. I don't think my opponent knew I was getting an extra turn there. And it wasn't mana drain. What's with authority? I really don't like this card. What is this doing? This is second player today. I was like, it doesn't... I don't like it. Opponent, you have one... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, people think about their commander so much. It's very weird. Like, this is obviously what you're casting. You're just like sitting there like, what else, what do I want to get a cast? Pretty sure it's Cloud. This is another game where I don't have a 3-drop, and it could cost me dearly. So, ideally it doesn't, but as it stands, it currently is. What moves Colossal Hammer immediately here? I don't know. I mean, I have Death Touch. That doesn't matter, right? Because this is indestructible. Yeah, that doesn't matter. How do you move the Colossus Hammer? How do you... Wow. I didn't get attacked that turn. That's odd. So, black. Let's get green into play. I think I'm going to play the fetch land. Maybe not, actually. Maybe I just play Swamp. Yeah, we're just going to play Swamp. Okay. It would be kind of miraculous if they killed... Oh! Okay, I reanimated the best thing in the universe. That was really, really, really good. Opponent, I cast a black spell. It wasn't even a green spell. See? I cast a black spell, you know? It was just going to be a 6-mana green card that it turned into, but still. It was black cards. What's wrong? Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I guess that's... I truly didn't anticipate that and was not going to play the fetch land under the auspices of finding a target with my Ice Tilt. Oh my goodness. Oh hey, they get some revenge. I think is this the same player? Anyone recognize the name? Almost willing to sack Molt Tender here, actually. Ooh, play versus draw is really ugly here. It is what it is. I'm still doing stuff that's really good, though. Oh, no! No! I didn't mean to mulligan. I didn't mean to mulligan. Alright, well, we have this hand now. It's still an okay hand. It's just not the hand I was planning on keeping. How did I click mulligan there? It's actually impressive. I don't know how I pulled that off. Esper Sentinel drawing probably doesn't lose me the game. I think Cloud just finds the cards they want anyways, so this doesn't really matter. Speaking of not mattering, what am I even doing next turn? I have 3 options, which I don't like. Protection from black and green, how original. So let's play the... probably the Flare. Although, I like the stats this gives. Yeah, what am I talking about? I should absolutely play this. These are colorless blockers, which does matter. And we can actually get rid of... yeah, we can get rid of this now. Just go with black and green. I like that. That way it can't get killed and turns into something better. I also stopped losing lands out of my graveyard. There's only one more mana source with it as it stands anyways. Love to see it. This is a brutally honest opener from this deck. Yeah, we're going to make it 3-2. I'm going to ignore Esper Sentinel and just let it draw cards. Actually, you know what? Maybe I just pay 1. Yeah, I am going to pay 1. And I'm going to blow up your protection equipment. I don't even care about Cloud, because I could just recast it and tutor another equipment. Let's just get rid of the thing that makes it unblockable. But even if they did equip, I do have a blocker. Deafening Silence? What are you stopping in Historic Brawl with Deafening Silence? I truly have no idea. Let's get you. That can go away. And then land. I'm not casting my commander in the face of whatever my opponent just did, which was effectively nothing. I think we're going to just plot this and leave up Feed the Cycle. I don't need to cast Bloom Void. In fact, I should probably play this as a creature. The old side, you know, the old, the secret tech. The 5-mana 4/5. I mean, I guess I get it. Like, I know what it does against what commanders, but there's just no way you could convince me to play that card. How do you do nothing? What is happening? What is actually happening? Alright, let's do this. Pay 1. Green. I'll just cast this. Oh, wait. Why shouldn't I cast this first? Yeah. I mean, my opponent... Wait, why can I not cast this? Oh, because I can't cast... Right. The card we were just saying isn't good. That's why I can't cast it. Alright, by all means, Swords of Reprieve. Please reprieve this. Effectively the same thing. Okay. And... pass? Okay, so this costs what? Sort of red and greenness. Please put it on the Aven Interrupter. Big. I'm not going to let him draw, so we're missing out, but that's okay. Forage. 1, 2, 3. Well, this is, it's not necessarily getting better for my opponent as time goes on. Yeah, we're just going to cast it. Oh, I forgot to play my land first. I got too excited. Probably doesn't matter. Looks like it's not going to matter. Let's just play this as that thing. Play land. If I don't have to play Gitrog Monster, I probably just shouldn't. Cabal Stronghold in Urborg. Sets up a... we could get Strip Mine. No. No, it's too late for that. It's too late. This deck operates on such little mana. I don't think I have to swing, and I'd rather just keep that in play as a blocker. A colorless blocker is still valuable. Oh, a colorless blocker is actually important. They have a protection from green equipment. Right. Yes. I made the right choice. Silly me. Alright. Defense of the Heart just wins the game, so they have to kill me basically this very turn. I wonder if making another 3-2 was actually correct. It probably was? It probably was, actually. Huh, rip. Let's play you as a thing. Just swing, because it doesn't matter. Let's get Castle. And Dust Bowl as a card draw engine for Gitrog Monster. They can trade with Cloud, and maybe you should. Okay, they could have at least blocked for free. They had a protection from green cards, so that doesn't make any sense. Pretty sure they drew a land for the turn. Cauldra Complete. Alright, nice. That's kind of a cool one. I think it has haste too, yeah it does. Alright, block there, and we will just trade this off. That's fine. Or, I mean, just jump block. Same thing. Because defense just wins the game here. Boop. And... boop. Dust Bowl. Get rid of you. I don't think there's any way to get around Emrakul in this situation. Okay, Boseiju makes it so it's basically impossible. They can move the sword, and then Cauldra exiles with damage? I'm pretty sure? Yeah, it exiles with damage. So if they move the sword to Cauldra token... Still not enough damage in play anyways. I wonder if Shieldred was better than Gristlebrand. Aether Spark, sure. Okay, kind of a strange spot for that. They can't swing with it, so that was really weird. Oh, I guess they can. And we win. We actually just have lethal in the air. It's not just Annihilator 6. Yeah, that was weird. They moved it onto a thing that couldn't do anything. Alright, yeah, get me it. I think, yeah, Spider-Man was actually so unsuccessful that, like, they didn't even use it as the Pro Tour. They just did Echoes of Eternity twice. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. And I think it was Modern. I don't think they played Standard as the Pro Tour format. I think it was Modern. Because it was all VV, and they just didn't want to ban it or something, so they decided to do something else. Okay, well, it would be probably a bad idea to play into Mana Drain, so let's just plot this card. And cast it next turn. I'm probably going to lose to Mana Drain no matter what I do. I don't have any Thoughtseize stuff. Yeah, there's no really respecting Mana Drain. I'll just take the weaker of the weakest of the bunch that's still castable, so I can survive a Mana Drain there. Okay. Everything I'm doing is working, and I don't know why. I guess because everything I'm doing is not scary. Let's play... I mean, surely something I do scares you. Like, okay, they have 4 mana. Mana Drain is no longer as egregious. Sure. What does this do? Gain 2 life, draw. Okay, so it's just Teferi. Is there a creature? No, there's no creature. Yep, just do it again. They don't like this one, so I guess they're gonna keep trying to counter it. Sure. We can play you. They can't cast their commander next turn, and I don't think they want to anyways. Teferi, but worse? Yeah, but it has, like, weaker matchups, so... Okay, they can't... Oh, okay, well, maybe they didn't have the mana, but... I'm just not interested in them. They're trying to make it so I can't get Cavern of Souls. I believe that's what's going on. I can cast this literally twice. That's how much mana I have. I can cast this twice. I can probably get Overgrown Tomb. I don't really need to, though, but I guess I will. Oh, you have another counterspell? Alright, well, that's a little annoying. Okay, if they did, they didn't cast it. So let's do these two. Let's name Frog. Pick up Forest. Play Forest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 mana. Sorcery speed deduce because they want to land. Nope. They imprisoned that so I can't cast they can't cast my commander. Lead with Sylvan Safekeeper? And then cast this? I can cast it twice. Okay, they imprisoned and then decided to let it resolve anyways. Very strange. They could have just imprisoned the Gitrog monster itself. It must have been a bait or something. So, this? I feel like this doesn't matter to them. Okay, correct. Try to get this into play again. There is a counterspell here. I mean, there has to be, right? Sure. I think there's also some kind of swords or solitude. Oh no, my stuff. You thought it was the Thunder Junction Gitrog monster? Nope. See if I can't get rid of this. It does shut down my card draw. Okay, how much mana do I have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm gonna just try to win? I don't know what they do against Emrakul, but I'd love to find out. I win? Can't be countered? Nice. Look at that. I just cast Emrakul and won against a blue-eye control player. It just cast it for 15. Oh, the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, so the control matchup, like, they really didn't want me. They fought so hard over Hour of Parmesan so I wouldn't get Cavern, and then answered Cavern so they could start dealing with Gitrog Monster, but this is the, someone was saying this, I think, yesterday, where they're like, oh, control is kind of miserable for the green decks, and, well, it kind of just isn't, because you will eventually, after windmill slamming a bunch of explosive threats, if they just don't answer all of them, they kind of just lose, and we now have ones that are extremely difficult to answer. This cannot be countered. It takes an extra turn immediately, so it almost wins the game on the spot with Annihilator 6. It effectively has haste. And you can't Solitude it. Oh, actually, I think you can specifically Solitude it, right? Yeah, the other one, I think, can't be Solitude because it says, like, it can't be targeted by spells that were cast this turn or something like that. And O-rings and stuff are cast a turn and they enter. But this one can get Solitude. But they didn't have Solitude, so it must have been Swords of Plowshares, which this cannot target. Is this a turn 2 Gitrog monster? Oh, it is if everything goes right. That's pretty neat. Oh, that doesn't go right. Why would it? Wait, what am I playing against? What is happening? Oh. I didn't even, like, mentally register what was happening. Okay, these are cards. So, let's play you, there, that. That has value here, unfortunately. Well, maybe not unfortunately. That makes spiders. These don't have death touch, do they? No. Nope, they're just spiders. Alright, yep. Dark Ritual. Just, we survived this thing. I mean, okay, it could have... I was upset initially because I didn't know what I was playing against. But it could have been Lightning Bolt, Cut Down, Fatal Push. There is a 5-color deck, so it could have been Swords of Plowshares. I guess even Solitude, it could have been anything. But it was spiders. I suppose my opponent was probably blown away that this might be the first time they ever killed a bird with that. Alright. Smooth Brain Gamble. Been here, done that. No 1 into 3, so I guess it's a 2 into 4 hand. Yep. So predictable. Amazing. Okay, so I can play Lumra and get 1 land on average. Or I can play this and this. This is probably better, so I can survive nonsense here. Alright, gamble time. Unless they just high-rolled a Wrath of God, then who needs to gamble? Ramp spell, alright. Well, probably a ramp spell. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, average outcome achieved. They do cast it, so there must be like Ancient Tomb or something, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Click. think I'm gonna craft exploration. Hello. This is actually kind of solid. I don't, because of the Azusa deck playing a lot of similar things. I feel as though Azusa is just more successful than the Gitrog monster, but Gitrog monster did play against a weaker assortment of decks than Azusa did. Or has been, because I've been playing a lot of Azusa off stream, and so I think because of matchup weighting, Gitrog Monster is still just stronger because it has weaker matchups. But that's not always the case. I'm still sometimes seeing really like the go-to commanders. I'm still seeing them against Gitrog Monster. Both of them seem to play against Atali. I don't think Atali is generally a scary matchup. Anyways, you just like, do they roll the dice or whatever? But aside from Atali, there's like Val, the combo deck, the Naya combo deck. There's well, I mean, I can go down the whole list. You know, if you play the format regularly, you know what I'm talking about. But this costing 5 is definitely the weakest point of this strategy. There are a few times where I just didn't cast it over maybe casting a ramp spell instead, because just simply casting this doesn't necessarily do that much unless you like already have a setup fetch land situation or whatever. This as a side plan is just really good, like something to not necessarily be plan A. Sometimes it can be the reason you win, right? You play it and it draws too many cards, your opponent can't do anything. Sometimes you don't have to play it, or you can play it as a goofy-looking 5-mana divination with enough fetch lands or something in play like that, and always has the potential to draw 65 cards, like with Mesmeric Orb or I mean, really anything. I will say I'm not a fan of mill cards, or look at the top 5, pick one, put the rest in the graveyard cards. They are random, and they're not wildly inconsistent when you are okay having just found a land with those kinds of cards, such as, but not limited to, Grizzly Salvage in all of its twins, cousins, whatever. This one's actually an instant. I think Forbidden Alchemy is an instant too, right? It was a weird time. But anyways, yeah, this weird-looking cantrip that's an instant for some reason. It sets up Delirium too for stuff like Shifting Woodland and whatnot. It's not too big of a deal really to ever shuffle in my graveyard, especially without a bunch of graveyard land reanimate spells like Crucible of Worlds. Azusa likes all of those kinds of things, so sometimes it makes sense, I guess, in Azusa. But even still, in Azusa, I think I had just said this as well in the Azusa video, I don't really care for cantripping style cards when you could just play high-powered ramp spells, or just this card itself could be a high-powered threat, like itself. And now it's, you know, in the ramp spell mana value department, so, excuse me, in that regard. Like, if it was over this, or, I guess Rumble's a better example because it's mono-green, this or Rampant Growth, I would probably just pick Rampant Growth instead. That's just me. I know it sounds kind of weird because this is just doing every single thing your commander wants to do, but your commander has to be in play already for it to see those lands hit the graveyard, and I'm not playing a bunch of reanimate land effects to capitalize on all the lands I just milled, potentially. Again, it is still random. The chunk of the cards that you find are still random. This is a 100-card singleton format. This is not modern, so it's just wildly inconsistent. and at its strongest when the only thing you're really concerned about finding are lands, and I mean, the vast majority of your deck is just, you know, one card type there. So I don't know. There are enough cards in the format that you don't really have to play those cards, right? Every card in here is really, really good. So you could just, like, what would you take out for that kind of card? Would probably be, in my opinion, Rampant Growth, and I'm just kind of leaning towards the consistency of Rampant Growth over Malevolent Rumble, which gives you effectively like a treasure token, or Grizzly Salvage, which is just effectively a cantrip. And again, you kind of lose the option to play things like this if you really don't want to lose the cards you milled over. This still sees the lands, so if you mill 10 cards, one of them's Emrakul, it doesn't care. You'll still draw, and, you know, you'll shuffle them back in, but you'll still draw. I think if you were to deck out, you would probably want to manually stack your triggers so that you would not deck out and then draw off of Gitrog before this shuffled. That never came up, though. Mill strategies are probably completely gone now because these exist, if ever you saw them normally. I don't think I really ever... It was like Brewvac was the one persistent petitioner kind of deck. Haven't seen that in a very long time, but if there are things like that out there that are interested in existing still, they're probably not going to exist anymore. So mill is not really part of the game plan. That's kind of the same with normal EDH 4-player commander. I mean, you have more opponents to actually mill, and if anyone has an Emrakul effect in the 100, or Ulamog, I think Emrakul's still banned, actually. Maybe it got unbanned, I can't remember. But Ulamog, I don't think is banned, and it just shuffles right back in. And to the surprise of no one, green is kind of just 75 or so % of the matchups, and green likes giant dumb things, so you just expect the vast majority of your opponents on average to like just have this. Majority and average, you know, that's not a coherent sentence, but those are the words I used. I really do like this commander, though. I could have probably played more removal. I probably could double my removal. Like, you could shave ramp spells and add removal. Some matchups would be better because of that, but on average, you're probably weaker because you're not racing towards the greater whole. Like, what's better? Having more removal for your opponent's stuff they could have, or just ignoring them a little bit, but having access to vastly more consistent mana, faster mana, and at the end of all that mana, game-winning lines like giant stuff, or just simply casting Gitrog Monster because it does cost 5, right? 1 into 3 into 5 is like amazing. And I mean, again, this is another deck where I just was questioning. I'm not even running them all. I was questioning Rampant Growth, which is insane. Not even that long ago, I was like, oh, this is just going to go into every single green deck ever. Some people will swear by this. I mean, Paper Magic, EDH, I probably would play Rampant Growth in every green deck still. But here, one-on-one, in whatever this borderline vintage mana drain situation is, just 1 into 3 is really the go-to, and that's just absurdly consistent, especially with black. I mean, you have Dark Ritual, you have Deathrite Shaman to tack on to all the other ones we're already running. So it's just really good to do that. One could make the argument you shave all the 2-drops. I don't know, maybe I should just make a deck that has no 2-drops to prove a point. Something like that. Big Emrakul still banned in EDH? Okay, yeah, so it's just Ulamog. Yeah, I actually forgot these existed. I want to play Azusa with this in it now that I remember this exists. This is just excellent. This Emrakul is really good in Historic Brawl. Wait, it's not in Standard, right? No, what am I talking about? You can't play this in Standard. But if you could play this effect in Standard, But Historic Brawl, this has been... It's only been getting stronger. It's easier and easier to also cast it for like 9 mana or whatever, 10 mana. But besides that, it's just... This card is Whew, man, you cast it in. There's really not a lot of strategies that are happy to see this. Like, oh, that's fine. Mess me up a little. I'll take a turn after, recover some. It's like, those scenarios are getting smaller. 13 mana Emrakul is promising a lot of ends, let me tell you. But all in all, really, really strong commander. It's in the best color. You could probably play this as a mono green commander. I could probably play this exactly in the same Azusa list and add a single swamp to that deck so I could play this and probably have a similar experience. This card is just really good. I wasn't even running all the bad fetch lands because a lot of the times you want to always have some kind of fetch land for this. But as a side option, as a not all-in kind of thing, I think it's just better that way. So you're not just losing when your Gitrog monster just gets killed over and over. You have other things to do. I mean, maybe that's just Gitrog monster in general, but I just like that idea to have just a really good black-green sort of rock-style ramp deck, and then Gitrog monster is a huge complement and sets up some very scary lines that, well, I guess you'll always have access to because it's in your command zone. So, really nice commander. Definitely over 200 cards you can choose from. I was taking a couple in and out between matches all the time, and this is just where it ended. So, it's a large pile of options. Just kind of like the Madroltha Sultai good stuff piles. It's got all the good stuff without the, Mana Drain and whatever the Sultai Ultimatum, Emergent Ultimatum, that's it, yeah. So you don't have that, but you have Tooth and Nail anyway, so who cares? But really, really good commander. Never cared to lose a land because of Deathrite Shaman. I think Deathrite Shaman is stronger than Crucible of Worlds anyways, if you choose of how to use the resources in your graveyard. I just think Molt Tender, Deathrite Shaman are a better use of your graveyard than Crucible of Worlds and, I mean, even Ice Till Explorer, honestly. But that's just me. It's not really a big deal to lose lands. It's not a big deal to not have access to reanimating lands. Just playing the draw slightly less cards, but way more powerful things going on because I'm not flooded with a bunch of Ramunite Excavator style effects. But, I can't fault you for playing them. But either way, let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.